Good morning. I'm Sophia. I'm in my parents' garden today, and it's really nice outside, and I decided I would try to film a little yoga flow for the first time. It will be an all levels class, so for beginner to advanced, and will be a lot of heart opening and backbending. So without further ado, let's get started. I'm here on my yoga mat in the grass. You're welcome to join me. Go ahead and find a comfortable seat on your mat. Place your hands on your knees. Pull the shoulders back. Pull your spine up to the sky. And gently close your eyes. Give yourself these first few moments to arrive here. Take a deep inhale through the nose. And exhale, let it all out. Take another deep inhale through the nose, fill up the lungs, feel your chest expand. Exhale, feel your chest sink, let all the air out. One more time, take a deep inhale. And exhale, let it all go. Keep the eyes gently closed as you pull your right ear to your right shoulder. Feel a nice stretch in the left side of your neck. Feel where there's any tension and send your breath into those areas. On your next inhale, slowly roll your head forward to the left side, send your left ear to your left shoulder. Feel the stretch in your right side this time. Then slowly sink your head to the front, over to the right. Inhale here. Exhale, roll over the front, back to the left. Inhale here. Keep going. Exhale, over the front to the right. Try to connect your movement with your breath. Inhale here. Exhale, roll it over to the left. Inhale here, and then slowly bring your head back to center. We're going to start with some chest circles. Inhale, bring your chest forward. And then sink your chest to the left. Round your spine. Grab your knees, push back. Come over the right to the front. Inhale, expand your chest forward. Exhale, sink over the left. And back, round your spine. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, fall back. Let this be a nice fluid movement. Try to feel feels best for you, what your body needs. One more time, this direction. And then change directions. Go over the right, round your back, chin to chest. Over the left, expand. Inhale. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, expand. A few more times like this. Inhale, expand even more. Exhale, round your back. One more time. Then slowly come back to center, and we'll make our way over to a hands and knees position. Stack your knees about hips width under your hips. Wrists are beneath the shoulders. You can tuck your toes or leave them untucked. We are going to do a couple more cat and cows here with a little variation. Some spinal waves. So inhale, drop the belly, lift your gaze, lift your butt, and come into a cow. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Inhale. Exhale, round the spine. Tuck your pelvis, tuck your chin to the chest, and push the mat away from you. Inhale, drop the belly, look up. Exhale, round the spine, push the floor away. Inhale, drop the belly, look up. Cow. Exhale, cat, chin to chest, push the floor away, feel each vertebrae separate into its length. And then on your next inhale, drop the belly, look up. Exhale slowly, keeping this curve in the back. Bring your butt to your heels, kind of like a child pose variation. Inhale, round your spine, come forward. Exhale, drop the belly, look up, pull yourself back to your heels. Inhale, round the spine, come forward. Exhale, drop your hips to your heels. Last time, inhale, round the spine, come forward. Exhale, drop your hips to your heels. Inhale, come forward this time. Come all the way down to your belly. Untuck your toes. Press the tops of the feet firmly into your mat. Try to get those legs really active. Hands come beneath the shoulders. And on your next inhale, lift the chest. Pull it forward, baby cobra. Squeeze your shoulder blades. Shoulders are pointing back. And it's almost like your hands are pulling towards your body, and your chest is pulling away from your body. Shine your heart forward. Keep pressing those tops of the feet firmly into the mat, maybe so firm that your thighs lift. One last inhale, deep through the nose here. Exhale, drop down. Rest your forehead on the mat for a moment. And we'll go one more time. Next inhale. Lift your chest, come up, baby cobra. This time, can you float your hands off of the mat? Squeeze the shoulder blades, pull a little bit higher. Can you float your feet off of the mat? We're here for 5. Each inhale, try to squeeze your back body together. 3. A little bit higher, 2. And 1. Drop down. And then come through hands and knees into a child's pose. Take your knees wide, toes together. So your hips to heels, walk your hands forward, drop the forehead onto the ground. On your next inhale, roll yourself forward into an all fours position. Bring the knees under the hips, tuck your toes, and then slowly push your hips back into your first downward facing dog. Knees can be bent here. It's our first downward facing dog, so take it easy. Don't overdo it. Make sure that your feet are about hip width distance, your hands shoulder distance apart, pushing firmly into the mat. With each inhale, lengthen the spine, push your sit bones up to the sky. With each exhale, try to drop the heels towards the mat, push the chest, the belly towards the upper thighs. Inhale here, step your right foot between the hands to the top of the mat. Drop your left knee to the mat. On your next inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, sink deeper into the right knee. Try to pull your right hip back, your left hip forward. Relax the shoulders. Inhale, extend up. Exhale, interlace the fingers, the back of your spine. Inhale, puff up the chest. Exhale, sink a little deeper. Try to draw the hands together and draw the hands towards the floor, expanding the chest even more with each inhale. Slowly release the hands. Place them to frame your foot, and then slowly extend the right leg, half pyramid pose. Here also, the knee can be bent, hands can be on blocks or to the mat. Inhale, extend the spine. Exhale, try to sink lower over that right leg. Inhale to extend. Exhale, sink lower. With your next inhale, rebend that right knee. Frame your foot with your hands. Lift up your left knee, and then step it back to a downward facing dog. Always the option to come up over both knees, take a child's pose in between. We'll meet back in downward facing dog and take a deep inhale. And exhale, let it all out. With your next inhale, slowly step your left foot in between your hands. Drop your right knee. Your left knee is about in a 90-degree angle. Inhale, lift up the arms. Exhale, sink even lower. Tuck the pelvis as if you're closing a zipper to your pants, which I don't have today, but it's all about the imagination here. And see if you can pull your left hip back, your right hip forward a little bit. Frame those hips. Inhale, expand. Exhale, interlace the hands, the low back. Maybe this time interlace them in that awkward grip. The little pinky is, the other one is on top now. Inhale, expand the chest. Exhale, sink lower into that left leg. Feel the hips open. Inhale, expand, fill those lungs. Exhale, sink a little deeper. Then slowly release the hands to frame the foot and extend that left leg into a half pyramid pose. Left leg can be bent here. Hands can be to blocks again if you have some. Inhale, expand the spine. Exhale, sink a little bit deeper over that left leg. Try here to pull the left hip back, right hip forward again. Don't want to open up to the right. Inhale, rebend that front leg, frame the foot with your hands and either come back to your knees or lift that right knee up and step it back to a downward facing dog. We'll meet again in downward facing dog. Take an inhale through the nose here. And exhale, let it all out. On your next inhale, shift forward, drop the knees, the chest, and the chin to the floor. Untuck the toes, press the tops of your feet firmly into the mat. Legs are active. Flex your glutes, press your hip bones into the ground. Then interlace your hands behind your back. On your inhale, expand the chest, lift up. Squeeze the shoulder blades, squeeze the glutes. Stay here or lift the feet. Try to pull those inner thighs towards each other. Point those feet even more. Pull the hands towards the feet. Inhale, expand even more. And exhale, lower down. Come to the mat for a moment. Take a breath. Then tent your fingers outside of the wide edges of your mat, about in height of your shoulders, or a bit more forward to make it easier. Tenting your fingers means that you have your fingertips on the ground, pressing firmly into the earth. Point your elbows up to the sky, and on your next inhale, lift up the chest, cobra. Pull your shoulder blades together, puff the chest forward, shine your heart, lift the gaze. Press the tops of the feet into the mat, squeeze your glutes. Inhale here. Exhale, drop it back down. We're going to do some spinal waves here, so inhale, lift back up. Exhale, drop it down. Inhale, lift up, puff the chest forward. Exhale, drop it down. 2 more times. Inhale, come up. Exhale, drop it down to the mat. Inhale, come up. Last time. Exhale, come down to the mat. That sounds like someone's mowing their lawn. It's okay. We'll just keep going, I guess, and see how it goes. Just follow my voice. On your next inhale, place your hands underneath the shoulders. Come up to your hands and knees position again. Tuck your toes and push back into your downward facing dog. Again here, try with each inhale to find length in your spine. Press those hands firmly into the mat. Push the sit bones up to the sky. It's okay if your knees are bent or your heels don't drop to the floor. That's not what it's about. It's more important that your spine is long, that you really feel the pose. You can allow yourself to go a little bit deeper this time. It's all about meeting yourself where you're at today. And slowly, over time, your limits will expand. On your next inhale, lift up the right leg to the sky. Maybe open up the hip here. And exhale, step that right foot forward in between the hands. Drop your left knee. This time, walk out your right foot to the outside of the mat. We're going to come into a lizard pose. So the stance is a bit wider. Place both hands inside of that right foot. Inhale, expand the chest, lengthen your spine. Exhale, sink a little bit deeper. You can stay here. You can come onto your elbows. Or, option to stay on your hands. Plant that left palm into the ground. Start to bend your left leg. Pull your foot into your glute. And circle the right arm back to reach for the outside of that right foot with your right hand. Inhale, expand the chest. Twist open even more. Exhale, pull the right foot closer to the glute. Sink a little bit deeper into that right hip. You're not only going to feel this in the right hip, but also on the front of that left thigh. This can be pretty intense, so take it easy. Then slowly release that foot, set the foot down, bring your right arm back, plant it on the ground, and then with this lizard shape, we're going to extend the right leg. So, a half pyramid variation. With your inhale, extend your spine, flat back. Exhale, try to sink a little bit lower. You can stay here if this is enough. Or if you want a little bit more, you can start walking your hands to the right over the leg. And feel how that changes the stretch. Gets into a little bit more of the IT band. If you walked your hands out, slowly walk them back in. And then slowly bend the right leg, bring the foot back in between the hands, and then either come to your knees in downward dog or lift up your left knee and step it back into a downward facing dog. Take a moment here to feel the difference between your left and your right leg. With your next inhale, lift up your left leg, open up your hip. Then slowly step your left foot in between the hands. Drop your right knee and walk out that left leg to the outside of your mat. Untuck the right toes, inhale, expand the chest. Exhale, sink a little bit deeper. Either stay here, you can come onto the forearms, or if you like, start to bend that right knee, pull your right foot to the glutes. Plant the right palm firmly into the mat and circle your left arm to grab that left foot from the outside with your left hand. Inhale, expand, twist. Exhale, sink a little bit deeper, pull that left foot closer to the glute. Wherever you are, keep focusing on your breath. Taking deep inhales and exhales through the nose. If you grabbed your foot, slowly release. Place your left hand back to the front of the mat, and then in this lizard shape, extend that left leg. So we're coming into this half pyramid lizard mashup. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Try here also to pull that left hip back, right hip forward. Stay with your hips in line. You can stay here or now walk your hands off to the left side over your leg. Inhale, slowly walk your hands back if you took them to the left. Rebend that left knee, bring your foot back in between the hands, and then come back either over hands and knees or lift up that right knee and come straight back into downward facing dog. Inhale here, push the sit bones high. Exhale, can you drop deeper into this pose? On your next inhale, slowly shift forward, drop the knees, and come into an all fours position. From here, knees are beneath the hips. Slowly walk out your hands to the top of the mat. Drop your chest and your forehead, or if you're a bit more open, you can drop chest and chin to the mat. Try to keep those hips above the knees and feel the stretch and puppy pose along the side of the body. On your next inhale, slowly round the spine, come forward into Sphinx pose. Drop the belly to the mat. The elbows are beneath the shoulders, palms are pressing firmly down into the earth. Roll the shoulders back, expand your chest, look forward. Press the tops of the feet into the mat, squeeze your glutes. And take a moment here in this Sphinx pose. Then start to bend the right leg, shift the weight into that left hand, firmly press it to the ground. Maybe bring it a bit more to center if that helps you. Then grab around the outside of your right foot. Inhale, expand the chest, kick into that right foot. Maybe the right thigh lifts, maybe it doesn't. Either way is fine. Try to feel that expansion in the front body. And be aware that your body doesn't shift over to the right, but try to push that right hip firmly into the mat. And simultaneously push the foot into the hand, press the hand into the foot. Slowly release. And switch sides. Bend your left knee. Press into the right palm and bring your left arm around to grab the outside of the left foot. Try to press the left hip firmly into the ground, and then simultaneously kick hand into foot and foot into hand. Then slowly release, come back into your Sphinx pose. Take a quick child's pose. Push yourself back. Knees wide, toes to touch. Extend the arms, drop your forehead to the mat. Slowly from child's pose, round back forward, drop onto your belly. This time we're going to take a full bow pose. We're going to start by... Oh my god, all this noise. I'm so sorry. I thought it would be nice and peaceful in the garden. But that's how it is sometimes. Still going to keep doing this. So bend both knees this time. Then grab around with your right arm to grab the right foot. And then with the left arm to the left foot. Either stay here if this is enough for you. This can already be a lot for the thighs, okay? Or with your next inhale, press the feet into the hands so much that your thighs and your chest lift off of the mat. Expand. With your inhale, puff your chest up even further. Pull the feet to the sky. Squeeze the shoulder blades behind your back. Pull the inner thighs together. One more deep inhale here. And exhale, release. And release the feet. Drop to the mat. And then come back again into a child's pose. Take a moment here. Your next inhale, come back up to hands and knees, all fours position, tuck onto the toes, and push yourself back into a downward facing dog. Take a deep breath here, inhale. And exhale, open mouth, let it all out. On your next inhale, lift that right leg up to the sky, maybe open the hip. Exhale, step your foot between the hands. This time, we will keep the knee lifted. Try to look out that your right leg is in a 90-degree angle. Push the back of the left leg up to the sky. On your next inhale, lift up the arms, come up. Try to pull the feet towards each other. Send that right hip back, left hip forward. Inhale, relax the shoulders, but expand the arms up. Exhale, sink deeper into that right leg. Inhale, extend, and then exhale, cactus the arms, bend the elbows, squeeze the shoulder blades together. expand that chest. Inhale, arms up a few more times. Exhale, cactus the arms. Modification anytime is to drop this left knee down. Otherwise, stay up, inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, extend that right leg. Maybe bring the left foot in a little bit closer, maybe drop the heel to the floor. Try to keep the hips square to the front of the mat. And then inhale, extend the spine. Exhale, sink the chest towards the floor. Try to keep your back straight. It's almost as if your chest is pulling more towards in front of your foot rather than rounding your spine. Hands can be on the leg, on blocks if you have them, or on the mat. With each inhale, try to extend the spine even more. Exhale, pull the right hip back. On your next inhale, slowly put a slight bend into that right knee and come back up. Bend the right knee, place your hands to the mat and step it back into your downward facing dog. Inhale here, exhale, let it all out. With your next inhale, now lift that left leg, maybe open the hip again. Exhale, step the left foot between the hands, keep the right knee lifted this time. Press both feet firmly into the ground as if they were pulling towards each other, and then slowly lift up your arms. Coming into a high lunge rather than a warrior one here. Inhale, drop the shoulders, but extend those arms up to the sky. Exhale, sink deeper. Can you pull the left hip back or right hip forward? Inhale here. Exhale, bend the elbows, pull the shoulder blades together, cactus the arms. Inhale, come up. Exhale, expand. Option always here to drop the knee. Inhale, come up. Exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale, come up. And then slowly extend that left leg. Maybe bring the right foot in a little bit closer. Pull the left hip back, right hip forward. Inhale, straighten the spine. Exhale, drop over that left leg. You can bring your hands either to your shin, to blocks, or to the floor. Make sure to keep a slight bend in the left leg. Inhale, slowly bend that left leg and come up. Exhale, bend the knee, frame the foot. Step back into your downward facing dog. Take 3 deep and long breaths here. Count for yourself this time. When you're ready, drop your knees to the floor. And we are going to take puppy pose again. Walk the hands out long in front of you. Drop either the forehead or chin and chest to the mat. Can you feel a difference? Do you feel more open this time? Can you walk the hands even more forward and drop even deeper into this pose? Slowly come back up, start to walk. The hands back. Drop the hips to the heels and find a seat. We're gonna go into one last back bend. I used to really dislike this one, but I've come to really like it now. So you can come into hero's pose first. So just like we're sitting, bring the hips to the heels. I personally like to take my knees a little bit wider than hips width, but hips width is just fine. Just see what's comfortable for you. And then come up onto your knees. From here, roll the shoulders back, firm the glutes, tuck the pelvis. So it's like, again, you're closing your little zipper here. Glutes squeeze in and down. Roll the shoulders onto the back, and then bring your hands facing with the fingers up onto the lower back. Inhale, expand the chest. Exhale, push the hips forward and slowly come into a back bend. Drop your head, keep squeezing those glutes. If your lower back feels crunchy or you feel any pain, don't go any further. Come down, take a child's pose. Either you stay here or you start to drop your right hand towards the right heel. Toes can be tucked or untucked. Drop your left hand towards the left heel and expand the chest even more. Maybe drop the head back. And slowly release the hands back to the lower back. And slowly, be careful, come back up. Drop the heels, hips to the heels, and take a child's pose. Find the length in that lower back. Then slowly come out of that child's pose. Swing your legs in front of you. And we're just going to take a quick counter stretch to all those back bends that we did today and come into a forward fold. So scoop out the flesh underneath your butt so your sit bones are pressing firmly into the mat. Maybe keep a bend in the knees, maybe keep them straight. Wherever you're at is fine. Inhale, extend the spine, extend the arms. Exhale, slowly drop forward, pull your chest towards your feet. Look towards your feet. And when you can't go forward, drop your hands either to the mat, your shins. You can grab your toes with your peace finger or the outside of your feet. Go wherever you can go. Try to keep the length in that spine. Drop the head. Slowly come back up. Plant your hands beside you and scoot your butt forward. Slowly come to lay down on your belly. Take your knees into your chest. Grab your knees and give your back a little massage. Maybe sway a bit left and right, forward and backward. Go in little circles. Show your lower back some love. Then slowly drop your knees to the left side. Maybe scoot your hip a little bit to the right if that's more comfortable. Extend the arms into a T shape and let your head drop to the right. Close your eyes here. We're going to start to come to a place of rest. Start letting your breath return to its natural rhythm. On your next inhale, bring the knees back to center and switch sides. Drop your knees to the right, maybe scoot your hips a little bit to the left. Look over to the left. Gently close your eyes. Slowly bring those knees back into the chest. And we'll take one last happy baby pose. So bring those knees towards the armpits and grab from inside your legs the outside of your feet. Open up the hips. Pull the knees towards the ground. Do whatever feels good. Maybe go left to right. Maybe extend one leg and the other. Play around like a happy baby. Then, when you're ready, bring those knees back into the chest. Give yourself one last hug. Squeeze those knees into the nose. And then slowly drop the feet towards the outside edges of the mat. Let them drop open. Extend the arms beside you. Make sure there's enough space in between the armpits. Let some air in. Make any last adjustments to make sure that you're comfortable. Maybe grab a sweater, a blanket, if you're in a colder space than I am today. And gift yourself these last couple moments of rest. There's an easy tendency to want to run off the mat once we've done all the physical parts, our asanas, and to skip Shavasana. But it's really important to dedicate this time of your practice for yourself, to stay here. You've shown up for yourself. Gift yourself these last moments of rest, of silence. Feel your body sink into the ground. Is it more open? Are you more relaxed? What challenges did you face today? Whatever happened, whatever went through your mind, watch those thoughts and let them pass by. Relax your forehead, your eyebrows, your eyelids, even your tongue. Take one more deep inhale. Exhale, let everything you don't want to have any longer go. I'm gonna leave us in Shavasana for a couple minutes. Slowly, when you're ready to come out, start to deepen your breath again. Take a little wiggle of the toes, a little wiggle of the fingertips. Extend the arms long and take a long, full body stretch. Then, keeping the eyes closed, slowly roll over onto your right side. Maybe use your arm as a pillow for your head. Take one moment in this last pose, this place of rebirth, of a new beginning. Then slowly come up to find a seated position, keeping the eyes closed. Bring your palms together in front of your heart. Bow your head down. Take this last moment to thank yourself for showing up, for dedicating this time to yourself and your practice. Remember, anything that happened is okay, and that you have the power to create this new energy inside of you at any time or any place. You have the ability to come back to your breath in the present moment. Take one last inhale and really soak up that energy that you have created in your space today. And exhale, let everything that you don't want go. Take your palms to the forehead for clear thoughts, to your mouth for honest words, and to the heart. Bow your head. Namaste. Gently release your palms to your knees. Slowly, gently open the eyes. Thank you for practicing with me today. I really hope that you enjoyed this practice, and I hope to see you again soon. If you have any questions or feedback, feel free to leave it in the comments below. Thank you so much for being here today, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.